Welcome to our podcast where we're diving into the fascinating world of gut health, exploring the wellness benefits of dairy, and debunking common misconceptions surrounding lactose intolerance. Joining us in the studio is Professor Corinna Walsh from the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics at the University of the Free State, who will share insights on why a happy gut is your key to overall well-being. This podcast is brought to you by Milk SA's Consumer Education Project.
Understanding gut health involves considering the well-being of your digestive system, which extends from the mouth through the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine or colon, ultimately reaching the rectum and anus. This intricate system is vital for processing food, absorbing nutrients, and eliminating waste from the body. A healthy gut is essential for overall well-being, impacting various bodily functions that we'll explore in this podcast. The gastrointestinal tract comprises several organs and structures, with the small intestine being the primary site for digestion and nutrient absorption. The pancreas, located on the left side just below the stomach, produces enzymes like insulin and digestive enzymes, while the liver secretes bile to help break down and absorb nutrients from the food that we eat. The remaining undigested food, water, and electrolytes move into the colon, where a complex ecosystem of microbes is found. When we mention microbes, we're talking about a wide range of tiny microorganisms that can't be seen by the naked eye, such as microscopic fungi, protozoa, algae, and bacteria. Viruses are considered to be the smallest form of microbes. Throughout this podcast, we'll further explore the significance of these microbes for maintaining a healthy gut and overall well-being. The gut microbiome is like a bustling community of microbes, mainly bacteria, residing in the intestines. These tiny organisms, numbering in the trillions and representing over 1,000 bacterial species, play a crucial role in maintaining and influencing our health. The diversity of the gut microbiome is influenced by various factors, starting from birth, how babies are delivered, either through natural birth or cesarean section, along with the mother's health and whether infants are breastfed or formula-fed, all impact the initial makeup of the microbiome. Although the composition of the gut microbiome remains relatively stable in a healthy person, lifestyle and diet choices can influence it considerably. What we eat has a significant impact on shaping the microbiome, which in turn affects metabolism, immunity, and even nerve and brain function, ultimately influencing your overall well-being and your risk for developing a variety of diseases. It's not just the microbes themselves that affect health, it's also the products that they produce. Fermentation is a process often used to preserve food and is driven by microbes. It involves the creation of substances called enzymes that break down food into chemicals. This age-old process, used for making bread, wine, and beer, leads to the production of short-chain fatty acids and gases. Short-chain fatty acids in particular are associated with specific health benefits. Maintaining gut health requires a balance of factors, including a nutritious diet, regular exercise, sufficient fluid intake, and a stable gut microbiome. The gut microbiome is super important for keeping our bodies healthy. This group of microbes affects many things that our bodies need to function properly. Imagine it like a busy community that helps us in different ways. When this community in our gut is not balanced, it can cause problems, and research shows it might be linked to health issues like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis. So let's break down some important things our community of gut microbes does. The gut microbes are digestive allies. They play an important role in the digestion and absorption of nutrients from the food we eat. It assists in breaking down starches and fibers that human enzymes can't tackle and producing those important short-chain fatty acids and other products. Additionally, certain gut microbes produce enzymes that help to digest specific substances, making it easier for your body to absorb gut nutrients. The microbes are guardians of immunity. These gut microbes act like bodyguards for your immune system, ensuring it's well trained and balanced to defend against infections. Beneficial bacteria help maintain a delicate balance between pro-inflammatory and anti-inflammatory signals, helping to maintain a strong immune system. The gut microbes help to manage your weight and energy. So research suggests a link between the microbiome and how your body manages weight and extracts energy from food. Imbalances might be tied to issues like obesity or other metabolic disorders. The gut microbes are mood and brain influences. Surprisingly, the composition of these gut bacteria can influence your mood, your stress levels, and your brain function. The gut-brain connection is real, and these bacteria play a role in it. The microbes are vitamin producers and health promoters. Apart from digestion, these bacteria contribute to the synthesis of essential vitamins, such as B vitamins and vitamin K, and also produce other compounds that have health benefits. The gut microbes protect against harmful organisms. So the beneficial bacteria in your gut are like defenders, competing with harmful ones for resources and space. Some even produce substances that hinder the growth of harmful microbes. And then the gut microbes are inflammation regulators. A well-balanced gut microbiota is associated with lower overall inflammation in the body. On the other hand, an imbalance may contribute to chronic inflammatory conditions. And then also, the gut microbes help with disease prevention. So maintaining a healthy mix of gut bacteria is linked to a lower risk of various diseases, including gastrointestinal issues, metabolic disorders like diabetes and high blood pressure, and autoimmune conditions like inflammatory bowel diseases. So in terms of probiotics and prebiotics, these elements are essential players in promoting a healthy gut. The term probiotic is derived from the Greek word meaning for life. In simple terms, probiotics are living microorganisms that, when taken in sufficient amounts, offer health benefits to the host, that's you. On the other hand, prebiotics are substances in your diet that probiotics love to feast on. They act as a kind of nutrition, encouraging the growth of probiotics and positively affecting their makeup and function. Now, when probiotics and prebiotics team up, it's called a symbiotic. And this relationship or duo works together, creating a synergy that enhances their individual benefits and makes your gut environment even more robust. Scientists are exploring the potential of probiotics, prebiotics, and other interventions as therapies for various health issues. Interestingly, certain dietary habits, like consuming excessive protein, sugar, and saturated fats, can negatively impact your gut. However, introducing probiotics and prebiotics into your diet can counteract these effects, actively regulating the health of your gut. While probiotics from food may not stick around in your gut for an extended period, their short stay doesn't diminish their impact. These microbes contribute significantly to the diversity, structure, and function of your gut microbiome. When regularly consumed, probiotics go above and beyond. They introduce helpful microbes, produce beneficial short-chain fatty acids, create substances that fight off harmful elements, compete with harmful organisms for a grip on the gut wall, and even influence your immune, hormone, and brain functions. These are all functions that contribute to the overall well-being of your gut. So let's chat about fermented dairy foods and how they benefit your gut health. Fermented foods are a fascinating part of our diets, having undergone a natural process called fermentation. During this process, microbes like bacteria, yeast, or molds break down sugars and starches in the food, producing acids, gases, and other compounds. This not only preserves the food, but also contributes to the unique flavors and textures of the food. Humans have been enjoying fermented foods for centuries, and they're a staple in various cultures worldwide. Apart from being tasty, fermented foods offer health benefits. For example, they contain beneficial fatty acids and micronutrients, and they're an excellent source of the friendly probiotics we've mentioned before. These probiotics are often found in fermented foods that include strains of lactic acid bacteria, such as those in cultured milk, yogurt, and cheese. Take yogurt, for instance. It's made by fermenting milk with lactic acid bacteria like Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. These bacteria convert the milk sugar lactose into lactic acid, giving yogurt its tangy flavor and creamy texture. Similarly, different types of cheeses are produced through the fermentation of milk by specific bacteria and molds, contributing to their unique flavor, texture, and preservation. Traditional cultured milk products like amasi also undergo natural fermentation, resulting in a thick and sour milk product. These processes involve lactic acid bacteria, similar to the yogurt making process. The way fermented foods are made, processed, and stored influences the types and number of microbes present. Starter cultures, carefully chosen for their performance characteristics, are commonly used in making cultured dairy products and cheese. Lactic acid bacteria are preferred for milk fermentation, as they don't compromise the taste and nutritional value of dairy. Eating fermented foods is linked to several health benefits. Fermented dairy foods like cultured milk and yogurt play a positive role in supporting digestive health. This happens both through direct effects on the gut and through effects on the immune system. Additionally, the fermentation process can improve the nutritional value of certain foods and increase the availability of specific nutrients. For example, it might partially break down lactose, making it more digestible for those who are lactose intolerant, relieving gastrointestinal intolerance symptoms. We'll talk more about this soon. Fermented dairy products may also provide protection against inflammation. Other perks include prevention of traveler's diarrhea and improved ability to keep blood glucose levels or blood sugar levels constant. Now, the podcast wouldn't be complete if I didn't take the opportunity to tell you briefly about the food matrix. So the food matrix is like a unique fingerprint of a food item. It considers how the food is made up physically and what nutrients are in it, and how these elements interact with each other. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out the video referred to on the screen. The mix of vitamins, fats, proteins, and other components in the dairy matrix support the growth of gut bacteria, helping them to thrive. The special combination of nutrients in dairy protects these bacteria during their journey through the gut, ensuring they stay alive and can do their job effectively. Another component of the dairy matrix includes the milk sugar lactose. Lactose, the natural sugar in milk, is a very important source of energy for mammals, including in breast milk. So the enzyme lactase plays a key role in breaking down lactose into more simple sugars to make it easier to digest. Most mammals, including full-term infants, naturally produce enough lactase in their intestinal lining to handle the digestion of milk. In addition to providing energy, lactose and other compounds called oligosaccharides that are found in dairy foods act as prebiotics. Now remember, the prebiotics are important sources of food that allow the probiotics to thrive. These substances have the potential to influence the variety of microbes in the microbiome by promoting the growth of specific organisms, playing a vital role in maintaining gut health. When prebiotics like lactose undergo fermentation, they produce the short-chain fatty acids we've mentioned previously, with several essential functions. These include preventing constipation by improving movement of the large intestine, reducing inflammation, preventing the growth of harmful microbes, and even inhibiting the progression of cancer cells. Short-chain fatty acids have also been linked to protecting against obesity, potentially through their influence on gut hormones that control appetite and food intake. Furthermore, the fermentation of lactose in the colon positively affects the absorption of minerals, especially calcium and magnesium, making these essential minerals more available for the body. In terms of immune function, lactose may have positive effects on gut immunity in both children and adults. These effects may occur through interactions with other sugars and starches or short-chain fatty acids, highlighting the intricate relationship between the components of dairy and the immune system. So I've briefly mentioned the potential of the fermentation process to partially break down the milk sugar lactose, making it more digestible in those that consider themselves to be lactose intolerant. So let's discuss lactose intolerance in a bit more detail. After the age of about 7 or 8, most people, especially those with East Asian and African heritage, experience a decline in the activity of the enzyme lactase that breaks down the milk sugar lactose into simpler forms. At this stage, only around 35% of the world's population can efficiently digest lactose. In those persons with reduced lactase activity, undigested lactose moves from the small intestine to the colon. In the colon, bacteria ferment the lactose, producing products such as short-chain fatty acids and gases. These products can trigger symptoms like gut discomfort, nausea, cramps, bloating, flatulence, and diarrhea. Despite these symptoms, it's essential to mention that lactose intolerance is not a disease, and most people with decreased lactase activity can still digest lactose effectively. Lactose intolerance is also not an allergy. It's very different to cow's milk protein allergy. In the very small percentage of people that are allergic to the protein in milk, the intake of dairy needs to be limited, but this is not true for those who consider themselves to be lactose intolerant. There's a common misconception leading many people to mistakenly believe they're lactose intolerant. They may cut down on their dairy intake, which can decrease their intake of the important nutrients that dairy products provide. Avoiding dairy unnecessarily can have long-term health implications. For instance, avoiding dairy makes it extremely difficult to eat enough calcium, while we all know that calcium is essential for maintaining strong bones and also has many other functions in the body. For those concerned about lactose intolerance, there are practical strategies to continue enjoying dairy without discomfort. Firstly, sip it. Consuming small amounts of dairy at a time instead of a full glass helps slow the release of lactose into the small intestine, reducing discomfort. Full cream milk is tolerated better than low-fat or fat-free milk, possibly because it moves through the gut more slowly. Then stir it. Mixing dairy with other foods or incorporating it into dishes allows for slower digestion and slower release of lactose into the small intestine. Examples include using milk over cereal or porridge, or using it in a sauce with pasta. Then spoon it. As a result of the fermentation process, yogurt and amasi contain less lactose and are better tolerated than fluid milk. These foods, being semi-solid, also move through the digestive system more slowly than fluids, providing more time for the remaining lactose to be digested effectively. Then slice it. Opting for dairy products with lower lactose content, such as hard cheeses, can be easier on the stomach. Cheeses such as cheddar and Gouda contain almost no lactose. Try it. Lactose-free milk is available, and though it is a bit pricier than regular milk, it does have the benefit of providing the nutrients in milk without the lactose. Also, taking lactase tablets with milk can improve digestion. Gradually increasing your tolerance to lactose by consuming small amounts of lactose-containing foods helps your gut microbiome develop active lactase, improving your tolerance over time. These strategies allow for the enjoyment of dairy without compromising on health. So in summary, scientists agree that including milk and dairy in your diet is a good idea for several reasons. It not only makes your meals more nutritious, but it's also linked to lowering the risk of certain health issues like obesity and chronic conditions such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. While there are various ways dairy foods contribute to health, the recent focus has been on the gut microbiome. I hope this podcast has helped you to better understand that the microbes living in your digestive system play a crucial role in your overall health, and that dairy, especially fermented products like yogurt and amasi, contain prebiotics and probiotics that can help keep our gut microbiome healthy. Maintaining a balanced diet that includes dairy, along with other healthy lifestyle choices, is vital for your health being. So sipping on milk and enjoying dairy products is not just tasty, but also a smart choice for your health.